In this video, I'm going to talk about product research. I'm going to show you 4 simple ways to find product ideas that can make you at least $20,000 a month on Amazon. Then I show you how to validate those ideas. What makes what I'm going to show you so amazing is that it is totally scalable and you could eventually outsource this task. So if you're looking to launch your first product or research for your second one with a unique and tested method, stay tuned. I'm Rick Wong, an Amazon seller and also the marketing manager here at LandingCube. And if you're interested in content such as this one, where we geek out on Amazon and invite you to subscribe. Now let's get to the good stuff. There are really like 2 things that you need to do in product research. Basically, first, come up with the ideas. Then second, validate those ideas. I like to emphasize the importance of product research. Having what I call a product market fit will increase your success rate more than anything you do on Amazon. If you do poor product research, your product is basically dead on arrival. The key is to find that product where people are already buying with a solid built-in demand and also with an acceptable level of competition. Because product with demand, the chances are going to be some competition. And if there's no competition at all, I would look at it a very discerning eye. There's a lot of money to be made on Amazon, and it could be easy if you have a solid process. Okay, so now let's get into generating product ideas. There's basically 4 main ways that my team and I generate product ideas. That is number 1, off Amazon. Number 2, Amazon releases. Number 3, Amazon launch sites. And number 4, using Amazon research tool such as Helium 10, in which I would link below. So let's talk about off Amazon idea generation. So I'm going to demo this first because this is my favorite one to generate unique product ideas. I like the fact that there's not too many people using this method, and the link that you use for off Amazon idea generation could be just unique to you, right? So you generate ideas that are potentially not too saturated, say a certain filter on like a product research software. For me, I'm going to demo 2 websites. Actually, I'm going to demo 1 because I don't want to take too long, but there's 2 websites I use for this process. Trendhunters.com and also coolthings.com. So let's take a look at trendhunters.com. And what I like to look for is niche that I never really heard before. And number 2, the product is relatively new, right? For example, the niche, if, I like to niche that, I tell my friends about and they would have like a really, a really discerning eye and say, what the heck is that? That is the niche that you want to go for because those niches are not too saturated. I also want to avoid anything that I would put in the body because that requires FDA approval. So those are also out of questions for me personally. And any ideas, I like to research it, add it in this like product idea spreadsheet as well. And then once I do that, once I laid out all the ideas here, and I'll do like the validation process in which I will show you soon. So let's go through, the product, the Trend Hunter. So what I like to do is go to Life, and I would go to, I would like to go to DIY. So it's up to you to like basically just browse through the pages and look into ideas. So let's just say DIY. So that's my personal preference in terms of looking at the site. And basically I was just going to look into basically just ideas here. Airless bicycle tires. That's interesting. I think that might be too new. There's different niches that you could all go to. So babies, I think babies would be a good niche. So baby trends, mindful hotel bed, baby linens. Okay, maybe you could like build like create like a line of products for hotels. 5-in-1 collapsible strollers. Let's see if there's any like ideas. Postpartum snack boxes. So that requires FDA approval. High chairs. Okay, adaptable high chairs. So let's not look at like any like thing around high chairs. Yeah, okay. 25 gift ideas. So I think that might be good. So you look into that. Smart baby sound machines. Okay, that seems emotional development toys. Okay, that's interesting. So let's just put emotional development toys in here and see. So I'm gonna put that like over here, and then I'm gonna put like the method as off Amazon. Right. So again, it's just browsing around page, get some idea generation. I do not know about the niche about emotional development toys. So I think that's something that we can also research. Infant specific play gyms. Okay. I think that is something that we want to like look into. So I'm gonna do it here. Okay, so basically, yeah, that's what I would normally do. Just browse around a page, get some good ideas, and just jot that down. Okay, the next method is that I would go to the Amazon new releases. So the Amazon new releases is basically the link right here, Amazon.com /GP/new dash releases. So here I would go in and out of categories. So you see, like, start with the broad, and then you could just go in a niche, especially one that you haven't heard before that is like not too common. So let's just say, home and kitchen. It's also important to note that when you do this, for any like non-US based viewers, make sure that delivery address is one of the US, so you get like more accurate results. Because if you don't do this to like the right shipping address, then yeah, it will really like skew your product research. Normally, I would like go to like maybe like two levels down. Bedding, bed skirts. Let's say air mattress and accessories. Okay, let's just see what this is. Okay, let's just take a look at this. So it's mostly just pumps, air mattresses. Any additional? Okay, this one, air pump replacement nozzles. Okay, that's unfortunately that's very cheap, so I probably won't go for that. See if there's any other inflatable pool play. Okay. Okay, so I guess like all this is like more or less electronic. So let's just go back in home and kitchen. Let's go down another niche, vacuum floor care. So I think this niche is like relatively big in terms of like number of products. So let's just take a look into the sweeper and accessories for iRobot, mop pad for iRobot. So I think that's not a bad idea. Selling accessories for like a very popular product. So let's just see, mop pad for iRobot. So I have an iRobot at home, and I think the higher level models does have a mop pad. So I'm gonna say mop pad for iRobots. Let's take a look at how well it does. Okay, so that's one way to kind of find product ideas. Number 3 would be look into Amazon launch website. The Amazon launch website that is like most well known is probably Rebate Key. So I think you can actually go to Rebate Key, take a look at what's currently on the offering on this website. So rebate, for those who don't know, Rebate Key basically allows Amazon sellers to list their product, and the shoppers will basically buy the product with a discount code given by the seller. So I go to like say let's just go to like initial office supply, office products. Yeah, I could take a look in this, see what interests you. But I think a lot of these product here is kind of, it's a bit saturated, not that important. Okay, wait, antifreeze refractometer. I think that's interesting. Bobcat flat face. What is this? Hydraulic. I really like the scientific industrial niche. I always like find like new things that are very interesting. So steered bobcat flat fin. Okay. So if you actually know about this like niche, right, then I think that might be something that you might potentially want to sell. I do think that scientific industrial niche, if you actually really apply yourself to learning the particular tools, I think there's like a lot of money to be made. So FYI right there, if you want to really cash in on a niche that is like really not popular, because it's really just really so technical. Okay, this is interesting. Antifreeze refractometer. Okay, I think let's just like put this down right here. Okay, finally, the fourth way for me to kind of do some research, get some ideas for your validation, is to use a tool. So I personally use Helium 10. I also use Zon Guru, but in this demo, I'm gonna do like Helium 10, right? And this is like a filters what normally I would use to kind of get some product ideas. So I would search for like a subcategory. So I would like do it by one, right? Subcategory. So let's just do scientific industrial, right? I do really like that niche, scientific industrial. So I would put like, first of all, I would put sales minimum 20,000. Monthly sales are minimum 20,000. Price, I like to say at least $30, right? I like to sell a product that is like, somewhat high in terms of average order value. Number of sellers, I would put like at least 2 max, because a lot of times Amazon, you don't want to sell like a branded item with like 10 different sellers, because that's like a whole different business model altogether. So 2 sellers, 1, the Amazon private label seller, 2, it could be the Amazon warehouse seller. So you want to be have 2 instead of 1. So basically it won't filter out situations where the private label seller also have Amazon on their buy box as well. So number of images, 3. So a lot of times, a private level seller would have at least 3 images in their listing. I think like a lot of times brands might have 1 or 2. So this is also a filter to find out whether these are private label product or not. Next, fulfillment. I also want to make sure that is FBA. So I will go shipping fulfillment FBA only. And then another crucial filter would be sales to review ratio. So basically, it kind of gets the competitiveness of the particular product. So if you could make an X amount of sales with very few reviews, then that means it's a good thing, right? That niche is not that saturated. Like for example, like cell phone cases, you probably need a lot of reviews to generate any type of sales, right? So the sales to review ratio would be really low in that, right? So you want to look for like high review sales to review ratio. So I would like put 2. And yeah, that's it. So basically, I'm going to search. So again, I suggest that you search by particular category, right? So that would allow you to do a deeper dive into like one of the categories instead of like broadly search for every single category. Okay, here we go. So stainless steel like a steel cable. Steel cable would be something that is like seems like it's pretty good. So review 233 to 220K monthly. Okay, so that if you want to do that, that might be a thermal camera. Okay, so that's pretty technical. Okay, this and so towel roll. Okay, I think that might be kind of competitive. Clear veneer disposal. Okay, okay, I think that might be it. So that doesn't really dental bibs. Okay, let's just try like dental bibs. So 400 reviews, 20. Okay, that's like quite a bit of review. Might be a little too competitive. Let's just go to thermoform sheets. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's take a look. So again, I could spend like a long time on this. So for this purpose of the videos, I will not spend any more time. So, but I think you get the idea. Find product that kind of triggers your curiosity, like here, thermoform sheets. I also look at it. It seems like to be making a decent amount of revenue, like 35K at 150, 180 5 reviews. So that's pretty good. And let's just say like what's the sales to review ratio? Does it list it here? Yeah, it doesn't say the sales to review ratio, but anyways, it's greater than 2. It seems to have, yeah, the sales to review seems like pretty good, right? So 32K, no, hold on, 35K to 185. So I think this is pretty good. So let's like take a look more on this particular product. Okay, so the next part, right, is to validate the ideas that I put on the spreadsheet right here. So to validate ideas, we need to validate them to whether to look into Amazon, see what would sell. Validating your ideas is very important because you will eliminate any personal biases you have on the product. Because at the end of the day, Amazon is a market, and you need to make sure that the market, you care about what the market thinks and not really what you personally think, right? So here's the steps to validating your ideas. You gotta research 3 keywords for the product, average out the opportunity score for each of the keyword, average out the sales price for the keyword, and then average out the monthly sales. And yeah, so I would do this for Helium 10. So if you're actually using Jungle Scout or Zon Guru, you can also basically do the exact same process with the Chrome research tool. So let's do this. Let's find 3 keywords for this product. This is like probably one of the most subjective things in this particular method that you'll see in this like whole entire list of tasks. So you'll find 3 relevant keywords per product. So you want to look for, so let's just say thermal. So let's just go to black box, go to tools, and you're gonna do what we're gonna do, like a reverse product lookup. And you're gonna plug in the product that you research. So that would be the thermoform sheets. Here, you're gonna look for like 3 highly relevant keywords, main keywords for this product. And basically you look for like keywords that are relevant, 100% relevant to a product, and also have significant search volume. So you're gonna look for anything that is competitive to that particular product. So, and also you want to eliminate branded keywords. So let's be cognizant what the brand is, Cadex, right? So let's eliminate anything that has Cadex in it. So I think you can actually do this. Remove, exclude phrase containing Cadex. So let's just apply heat forming plastic. Is that thermal plastic sheets? I think that's pretty, yeah. So I think that's pretty relevant. and then has like 623 search volume. So let's just place that here. Dessert sheets. Okay, dessert sheet, because I think this is for like baking. I think that might be, okay, this is like a very long tail search term, but has 311. That's pretty good. So I think this is like the come into like the issues of selling things in the industrial scientific, because it's hard to kind of really understand all the related keywords. Uh, let's just low temperature. Okay, dessert sheets. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go through this like validation process. Um, that's safe. Let's just try this as well. So let's see like what currently it's ranking for. Let's just see what it's ranking for organically. Okay, so I think like anything that's like ranking for organically, it should be like relevant. So I think yeah, dessert. Okay, let's take out dessert sheets because it doesn't have too much search volume. Let's like look in. Let's just do this, right? Scenes paraded. Okay, so I think it's a good idea to do like a keyword research on basically search on the product itself. Make sure the keywords related. So yeah, once I go to the search result, I see like a lot of the same similar search results for this. So I'm gonna like place this over here. Yeah, so I think this is like a relevant keyword. Warble plastic. Warble sheet. So let's see what the search results say. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's like too relevant, so I don't think this is a keyword I will use. Let's go for this. Heat forming plastic. Okay, I do see like decent amount of search results for this, so I would deem it as like a relevant keyword in this research. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is that you are going to run the helium 10 Chrome extension against these particular search results, and then you're gonna jot them down, right? The sales price, the helium. So I did this in the JS in the past. So the helium 10 score, H10 score, and then the number of products that has like a less than 60 reviews on page one. So here, basically, it basically just try to get like the competitive, the temperature of the competitive level of the product itself. So let's just, so I think like let's do it for the heat forming plastic. So I have the helium 10 Chrome extension right here. So let's just like run this particular search results. Okay, so you can see like right here, 4 products. So it seems like 4 and 3, opportunity score 10. So I would just put like 4 as here, so it goes up to 10. So it doesn't seem all that promising so far. So I'll put like 4. The average price of this is like what, like about $18, not that high. Average sales for a monthly, so that's 35K. And now let's run the search results for this particular keywords. Okay, so now it's like 5. So let's just add 5 here. So still nothing too impressive yet. So average sales 10K here, and then average sales price. So the average sales price is 19. Okay, so you're gonna do this for like multiple keywords. I think the more keywords you do, the more accurate you could potentially be. So I think you get. I'm not gonna. I think you're gonna get the idea. So I think right now I only did this for 2, so I divide this by 2, right? But if you do this analysis for 3 keywords, you'll divide by 3 and just add them up. So in this situation, like 2 and then 2. So my average score is like probably like 4.5, which is not something that I would look into any further. So I think like anything like above 6, I would look in more detail. Maybe I would like maybe search for more keywords. But in this like 4.5, I'm not really that excited about it. So this is like how I would validate all my ideas that I put in the spreadsheet. Okay, so one thing that I kind of miss is that the number of less than 60 review on the page 1. So let's like take a look here again. Look into like the review number of reviews here, review counts. So anything that like less than 60, so you can like see this one, and this one. Yeah. So you want to skip the sponsored products. So these ones right here seems to be making around like 4K, 3.5K revenue. So it seems like there is 4 products right here that is currently on the first page and like has less than 60 review. The reason why we do this is that getting like 60 reviews on is actually something that is like realistic in a short period of time. let's just say you kind of went all out on buying Amazon PPC, a good product, you should be able to get like 60 within a matter of a quarter, right? That would be 3 months, right? So if you require like say like 200, 300, 400 reviews to get the first page, that is like a red flag for that particular niche. Now that we have used the Helium 10 extension to verify sales, the potential success scores, monthly sales, and also the number of products that has less than 60 reviews on per page. Again, here's what I would shoot for to verify. I would also verify whether it's the product could potentially reach 20K in sales. So in this case, it seems like it, right? Minimum price at least $28 to $30, which the one might filter in Helium 10. It hasn't, so I probably move on with this ideas. And the score right here should be at least 6. And if your product doesn't match any of the criteria that I mentioned, I would just move on to the next product. So I would just move on to the antifreeze refractometer and then just the pack mod for iRobot. And if they do pass validation, we'll see if there is room to rank on the first page of these search results. When I say there's room, if there is room to rank on the first page, basically that's a chance for you to rank on the first page of these like research keywords right here. And if there's no product, as I mentioned, if there's no product that is like, on the first page that has less than 60 reviews, it would be really tough for you to like rank, to basically rank on page 1 for these relevant keywords. Because at the end of the day, as a private label seller, no one really cares about your brand. One key factor that drives conversion is basically reviews. And they are increasingly harder to get. And you want to stay away from products where you need an unreasonable amount of reviews. As I mentioned, like that would be like 200, 400, etc. So there you have it, my 4 ways to find product ideas to sell and how I actually validate these ideas. Product research is hard, but if you do it right, it can make you a lot of money on Amazon. Repeat the entire process and potentially outsource it, either the product ideas or the validation process. I will probably make another video on how to hire and outsource work on this validation and also Amazon FBA. And lastly, if you're looking to collect emails to build your audience off of Amazon, check out LandingCube. We are an Amazon selling specific landing page builder for your off Amazon marketing needs, such as Google, Facebook, TikTok ads, and also access funnel for your product inserts. Sign up now for the 21-day free trial in the link below. And until the next video drop, happy selling.